Hey everyone, welcome to another tutorial for Review. Today we're going to be talking about the settings section. So the first thing that I want you to notice is that in order to get to settings, what you have to do is click on this settings tab here and then click on that first option there, settings. Now the first thing that you'll notice is contact information. Now in this particular section, essentially the administrator's name and administrator's email can be provided. By default, this is going to be the owner of the review room. So whoever the review room's owner is, their information will be populated here by default, but you can of course change this information. Now when you do change this information, essentially the name and email address that are provided here will be the ones that are provided to applicants when they're looking for help. Now, if the applicants are looking for technical support or technical help, then they will definitely send support staff at my review room an email. But if they're looking for questions answered on the competition itself or some of the rules and procedures and things like that, then in that case, they will contact the person whose information is listed here. So a lot of times we see organizations just put a generic name here, such as the organization's name, and then create a special email account where they can receive emails from people applying to their competition. So that's that section. The other section I want to talk about today is the domain section. Essentially, this section is a bit more technical, so you would need someone who's familiar with domain names and DNS instructions to help you out with this. But essentially, if you take your A name or your C name in your DNS settings and you point that to myreviewroom.com, then what you'll be able to do is mask your domain. So for example, instead of tedprize.myreviewroom.com, which is our current address, if you wanted something else such as example.com or apply.example.com, then in such a scenario, what you can do is purchase a domain name or create a subdomain of your current website, and then you can have that be the main domain name for your review room. In other words, the review room URL doesn't show up, but your own URL shows up. So in other words, it's a white label option. And of course, the white label option is usually only provided as part of the enterprise plan. So if you do have the enterprise plan and you are familiar with how to make these changes in your domain name, then make sure to do that. But please only type in your domain name once you've made the changes in your DNS. If you type in your domain name here, your ideal domain names such as apply.mycompany.com, if you put that in and then press save before having made the respective DNS changes, what will happen is your site will become inaccessible. So highly recommend you make those changes before you type in your domain name there. And finally, the last thing I'm going to talk about when talking about the general tab, essentially in settings, is Google Analytics. So Google Analytics is a free analytics tool, and if you're familiar with it and you already have a Google Analytics account, each Google Analytics account has an ID. Now all you have to do is take that ID and type it in here and then press save at the bottom, and essentially then you'll be able to track the number of visitors, page views, and so on and so forth using your Google Analytics account. And again, if you're familiar with Google Analytics, this is a great thing that you can use. So that's actually it for this particular section on settings. We're going to run through all the different tabs, so make sure to join us in the next tutorial about the Applications tab. Thanks very much and see you in the next one.